Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you already know another episode. My brethren, we back in the building. We back in the building. Let's get right to it, man. Episode 312, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Faison Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Hey, we got a lot on the agenda today. For sure, man. For sure. This is going to be a good one. For real, for real. All right, man. Hugh, how you been? What's going on? What's up?
I'm all right, man. We had some car trouble. It was getting on my nerves, so I wasn't able to be here the last 2 weeks. But we back now. We back now. We back.
And that's all that matters. We back. And this is, hey, watch. All right.
So this is my first episode of the year?
Yep. Nah, is it? It might be. It might be. It's second.
It's not.
Second.
All right,
Second.
cool. I'm about to
Second.
say, golly.
Nah, second. We got some podcasts in for sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So, man, let's get right to the agenda, man. All right. Got a lot to talk about, and shout out to Black History Month. This is the first day of Black History Month.
Even though what we do is wrong.
Come on now.
That's the theme song of Black History Month.
First of
I
the
don't
month,
care.
Bone Thug. Come on now. First of the month as well too, man. So, hey, unfortunately we got to talk about this, but we got to talk about it. It's not unfortunate, all right? But Tyre Nichols brutally murdered by Memphis police officers after multiple officers beat him to death. All right, caught on body camera. All right, protests spark across America. So we getting right into that. Bethune Cookman just hired Ed Reed and fired him. Head coaching position at Bethune Cookman after bringing light to the HBCU's conditions, and also now it poured out an outrage with the students. All right, in regards to on campus things that's going on. All right, Super Bowl, bro, it's set. I want to see who you got. All right, Chiefs versus Eagles, man, historic. All right, being made the first two black quarterbacks to face off in NFL, and that's history right there, the first ever. All right, and let's get into it, man. For real, this the conversation I want to have. I see how far we go back. Best WWE wrestlers draft. All right, Team Leek versus Team Hugh, and lastly the infamous Would You Rather. All right, Would You Rather. All right, let's get right into this, man. I was sad when I heard this. I just kept scrolling, and just like when things just happen and things go viral, it's like you can't miss it. As soon as you get on your phone, it's like you can't unsee it. It's right in your face. It was on the news. It was everywhere, as it should be. All right. Tyre Nichols brutally murdered by Memphis police officers after multiple officers beat him to death. All right. And this was caught on body camera.
And a street camera.
Street camera. I don't care if you red, purple, blue, white. Abuse of power is a problem.
It's abuse of power.
Abuse of power is an issue. You killed this man. And as soon as it happened, you know, things came out, charges indicted. It's a whole nother conversation, but as they should be thrown underneath. They should be thrown underneath the jail for this. All right, and it was multiple. And people don't know this. It was more than 5 black men. It was 6. It was 6. It was 6 officers in general. Like I said, it doesn't matter what color or shade, but it was 6 officers in general. And what didn't get talked about is how one of the officers was Caucasian.
Yeah.
And he still has his job, and the other 5 are convicted.
Nah, I think they got him too.
And I don't think they got him. And if
I saw that.
And if they did, for now, I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Because first, why is this black man? This is abuse of power, and that's the problem. We don't have police actually policing. Who do we call, bro, when things are happening? Because sometimes if something happens, I might be apprehensive to call just because I might think I might get, brutally, or I might get discriminated against just based off of my skin color.
Yeah.
And there being abuse of power. So no matter if you're on the other side of being a cop, bro, you have to understand you have an oath and you have a certain duty. You just going to work just to kill people.
Protect and serve, man.
Protect and serve. It seemed like a lot of officers, respectfully, and I ain't saying all, but right now it's going on with police having sexual relations at work. Y'all doing wild stuff outside the car. Y'all, and this police brutality has been happening since the dawn of time. This is nothing new, and it's sad that this man has lost his life behind it, bro. And it's sick, bro. And respectfully, it should have sparked the protests across America for real. It really should have.
I actively avoided the video because I was just like, man, I don't want to look at this. Like we see too much of it, and I'm just like, I don't want to look at it. But it's sad. Like, and I didn't want to get into the whole you know, it was folks saying, "Oh, they got them out of there real quick." When it's white folks, they take them out. I was like, "Listen,
don't want to get right into that.
I don't want to get into that because it's like, regardless, they should be out of here. Like, so I'm not gonna cape for them in any way. I don't care how fast or how slow it happened. It had to happen. They deserved it, you know.
For sure.
And while that may be true, I got no sympathy for them because it's like I don't care. Like, you got to get them out of there. You got to fire them. I don't care how quickly or how slowly it happened. It had to happen, you know. And it's just sad. I mean, that boy ran for his life.
Correct.
He ran for his life. And it's like, you know, it's just hard to put into words, you know, because it happens a lot, you know. And, you know, my prayers have definitely been praying for his family. And, you know, I'm trying to, like, you try to think about why. And there was something in the news about why, which didn't really matter considering what happened. But it was just like, still, like, really, like, because at one point, like, it was 5 of you. Nobody thought it was too far.
Nobody.
At no point, nobody, not even a person recording, like, nobody, I'm sorry, 6 of you. Like, nobody thought, all right, we've done enough. Nobody? You know, and for him to die 3 days later, it's like,
and it's sad,
you know, it's just sad, man.
Like you just said,
know,
it's such a abuse of power as well too, because you know he can't really do anything to you. And if he was really doing something to you, it would be more so probable cause. But they wasn't doing nothing to you. You got 6 officers.
They stopped him at a red light,
hurting this man, and really ultimately leading him to his demise. Y'all deserve everything that y'all about to get, and it needs to be indictments fast, quick, in a hurry. To what you were just saying, I said that in the beginning, like, race don't matter.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Hear race talk either.
I don't want to hear that.
Wrong is wrong.
Wrong is wrong. They had to get him out of there.
Get him up out of there. Yes, include the other gentleman who was, because we know y'all try to slide past from that, but still, regardless of anything, the facts are the facts. Yeah. Got to get him up out of here. There's no reason why it should be countless situations where we are losing our lives.
And what's crazy is they gave the body cam they gave cops the body cams, but it doesn't seem like that's worked. Like, all that's done is give us a different angle to the brutality we've been seeing.
Correct.
So it's like, what was the point of giving them body cameras if y'all weren't gonna, like, you know, be more enforceful on not trying to, like, at some point, like, someone has to do something. And I feel like that day is coming. You know, I feel like we are gonna see a change, because it's like, this can only go for so long. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think the George Floyd situation was like that one huge spark of, like, because the whole world was behind that. It was like,
for sure.
It's like, and so you see the protest now. You know, at some point somebody is gonna get tired of seeing this, and, you know, step up and be like, you know what, something has to be. Officers have to be reprimanded. There has to be more training. There has to be more consequences, because this can't keep happening.
Mm-hmm. Officers in general, and also being placing the blame fairly. For the consequences, because you're gonna start seeing officers resigning. I know that's how a lot of people feel right now, is because George Floyd, they still going through trial and all this other stuff. Yeah. But as soon as this was saw, it was instant. So at the end of the day, wrong is wrong and right is right.
I think you're gonna start seeing more officers resign, because it's like, one, you're not gonna wanna. You don't want to be like, you don't want to be a part of something like that. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I mean, I feel like some people who became cops, because I know a lot of guys who are on the Miami PD. I play on college ball with them, so those are good dudes. You know, a lot of guys wanted to do those things because they believed in law enforcement. They want to protect and serve. Right. They want to make a difference. And after a while, if your badge, you know, is no longer standing for that, are you going to want to be a part of that?
Right.
So yeah, I feel like you're going to start seeing a lot of guys like, look, man, I don't even want to be a part of this no more. You know.
It's real. It's hard.
Or they might do it to protect their families. Because at some point, unfortunately, you might have people wanting to attack all officers, whether they're good or bad. And it's like, to protect your family, you might just, you know, hey, I'm turning this in, man. Because it's like, I don't want no parts of this. I feel like a change. You know, I know it sounds like you're beating a drum, but you know, you pray on it, and you know, prayer is the most powerful thing. And I feel like a change is definitely coming.
For sure. And, bro, speaking of change needs to come, bro. All right. Bethune Cookman, man, hired and fired Ed Reed from the head coach position at Bethune Cookman after bringing light to HBCU's conditions, such as the mold, such as the trash. He went to social media prior. It was just talking about, you know, I'm basically the new head coach. I'm I'm here to support and I want to build on this community, but I shouldn't have to be picking out trash in my office. Professionalism. And he went to social media about it, but just talking about the certain outrage, and that caused a ripple effect, as it should, because it's a lot of things that we don't know that's going on behind certain closed doors. And it was exactly to what me and you was speaking with about the Deion Sanders situation. Y'all don't know what the situations and things that was going on down there. And Deion Sanders came right to his aid and supported him because the job is tough. Because at the end of the day, it's things that they leave out that they won't tell you. Just like a job, they'll make it all butter up and sweet for you. You know when. It's a crazy situation, and I think that it was messed up that he had to walk away from that position before even getting a chance to build it. I respect him for bringing light, because now the students are talking about how the conditions are in the campus, how conditions are in the mold, and they also was protesting against. I'm not sure. I just know they were protesting on the behalf of Ed Reed as well after that.
It's hard for me to ride with Ed Reed because his plight is right. Mm-hmm. I want to start with that. The things he was upset about, 100% right. 100% right. But I don't think that was the method that he should have chosen, because I don't think airing it out and talking about the school in that manner before you're hired was a good look, because essentially you do work for these people, and so you can't go on social media and call your boss, the president. He called the president corrupt, this, that, like dude, you work for that man. You know what I'm saying? Like, while your plight may be right and you taught the kids some great things, hey, let's organize and get together and clean up this trash, but I don't think it was the right move to get on social media and air it out like that, at least not in that manner, because now you look like the bad guy. And like, this is your workplace, so you don't want to badmouth the people you work for. If you want to come here and make change, then you need to be able to have the job. So that's my only issue. Like he had the right intentions, but that wasn't the way to do it. Because even Deion's never done that with all the stuff that's going on at Jackson State. You never saw him use social media to bash Jackson State. If anything, he got on there and said, "Hey, the water's not all that, but we're gonna come around with waters. If you need water, we're coming around." He did stuff like that.
It's about approach.
So it's the approach. It's like I get it. Like, you're not wrong. There shouldn't be trash all over the place. You should have to clean it. The kids shouldn't have to. First of all, sharing helmets is wild. It's very unsanitary to share helmets. But secondly, moldy helmets at that. Right. And then I watched the interview. The president didn't make it any better. The president said, "Well, they're not dealing with mold. They're dealing with mildew." I said.
Right.
I was like, oh, is that all? Yeah. It's like, come on, yo. So it's like, I get it, but it's just like, hey, you can't talk about. You work for them folks. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Like, you just gotta hold your water and just find a different approach. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the best approach to air them out on social media, especially if you haven't even been hired yet.
Correct.
That was my only thing, because it's like, come on, man.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. For real. That make very great points.
Yeah, because it's all about, because at the end of the day, you do work for them folks. You work for them folks, whether you agree with them or not.
Because what you saying is too is just like you may deem them to be unprofessional, but you being unprofessional.
Yeah.
At your approach.
And if your goal is to make change, then you need to be in position to make change.
Correct.
But if you put yourself out of position,
correct, it's the changes.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying. Now, Bethune Cookman on the other side, I think they should have still stuck with Ed Reed. Because that dude was potentially about to do some things that Deion Sanders did. They said Shaq was getting ready to invest money into the school because Ed Reed was there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Bethune Cookman, you don't condone that, but at the same time, I might have swallowed my pride and tried to work with Ed Reed to fix the situations. Because he was about to bring a whole bunch of money and support. Yeah, he was about to bring a whole lot of money, support, that's my thing. I think a whole lot of good things was still coming their way. So if I'm Bethune Cookman, despite what he said, I think I might have found a way to swallow my pride, work with him, and deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that for sure. Hey, on to football, man. Super Bowl set. Chiefs versus Eagles, man. Historic. All right, the first two black quarterbacks to face off in NFL history in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Man, this is gonna be one for the ages, man. Jalen Hurts had an amazing year, man. For real. He's a candidate for the MVP. Pat Mahomes, look here. Hey, I'm just y'all better put respect on Pat Mahomes because
Pat
I think what he's doing
Mahomes,
is he gets overlooked. Jalen Hurts, he did something miraculous and came back from all the doubters and haters. But Patrick Mahomes, let's be honest, his first 5 years, he's been in the AFC Championship. He's been to now 3 Super Bowls, Super Bowl MVP. Now he's about to have an MVP. This is the best first 5 years for any quarterback in the history of the game.
Biggest contract in sports history.
Biggest contract in the sports history. And Hugh, I was mad about that because as soon as it went to first black quarterbacks, everybody got something to say. Oh, he ain't black, he don't claim us. Does that take away from his race?
No.
Does that take away from his race? That's what blows me about it. Just because sometimes, if I'm being fair, a lot of times in our black culture, we'll look to find a negative and a positive.
Or we'll pick and choose who we call black. He ain't the first biracial dude who we like.
Correct. So pick and choose. Everybody, whatever Tiger Woods do, he don't really. You say he don't mess with us, that's fine. But we claim Tiger Woods.
He's still black.
Why is that even a conversation?
You know what I'm saying? Drake is black.
It's Drake.
Literally. Drake is black. J. Cole is black.
J. Cole.
Obama's black.
Who are mixed, but we pick and choose who we want to. That's the colorism talk, but we ain't gonna get into that. But I just want to say, bro, this is amazing, and.
Look, man, I can't bet against Mahomes. First of all, I don't like the Eagles, so forget them.
Me and you both. We watched them.
Secondly, you can't bet against Mahomes. First of all, he led in every quarterback stat this year. Secondly, he beat that team on one leg with little to no receivers. With
some respect on Aaron.
And a terrible defense because them boys got to come correct this stupid
thing. They got to come correct because Chris Jones the only one that showed. Respectfully, the only one that.
He's the only Pro Bowl on that team. Frank Clark is nice too, though. No, but their secondary is trash. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Y'all gotta. That's one thing.
They was giving up 2nd and 19, 3rd and 16.
That's why this gonna be a tough Super Bowl, bro. I have the Chiefs too.
But the Eagles is like team, bro. Man, I mean, literally everything that could have went wrong for the 49ers went wrong. Because even LaShawn McCoy said, we won, that's what's important, but we didn't win in an impressive fashion. Because we could barely, that was number one defense, we could barely move the ball. We weren't completing passes. Penalties was what got us down the field most of the way. And they were out of quarterbacks. And even when they were out of quarterbacks, we weren't very dominant. Right. So it was it was like a lot of things went their way. Like the win is a win. But you have to, if you watch the game, you have to be a lot of things went their way. Everything that could have went wrong for the 49ers. Yeah. I mean, first of all, you're down to your third string who's playing well. Correct. Then you lose him. Now you got your fourth string who's not playing well. Then you lose. It's like.
And to your point, when Johnson got in, it was only still 7-7 because McCaffrey had that big run.
You know what I'm saying?
Next drive, Eagles scored, but he wasn't. Johnson got a concussion, and now Brock Purdy and he can't even throw.
Yeah, so and it's like
I do think that game would have went different if Brock Purdy was healthy, but who's to say?
Everything. Sidebar. Because I mean, this has been a thing. People have kept saying the 49ers don't need a quarterback. I think it's fine times to this they do because the last I want to say 4 years they've been in this spot or the Super Bowl and
a quarterback situation.
It's the most important position on the field. And while yes, defense was championships, but it's like, man, you gotta have one.
You gotta score points.
Because it killed them every time they got to this point. That's what killed them. Their lack of a QB.
For real.
It's like the literally, and it's like you gotta get one. Even like Brock Purdy might even be your guy. But if Brock Purdy's your guy, you still need other people behind him because he was in a position where he was like the last length.
Right, he was.
So once he was out, you had one guy left. Mm-hmm. Then once he was out, Christian McCaffrey was like you gotta have a QB in this league. I'm sorry, like you gotta have one. And there's guys available, but I'm saying this the side note that part. I think it's finally time to say. The 49ers are not a team that can win without one. They need a quarterback. You have to have a quarterback.
You got to.
But yeah, I'm taking Mahomes all day, man.
My homeboy, bro. I got my homeboy.
He kind of has to win because like $500 million. I need at least 2 Super Bowls.
This gonna be one of the one Super Bowls. But yeah, I think he's gonna. Yeah. I think he's gonna get this, and I think he get this second Super Bowl. I mean, I'm telling you, just in my opinion, he might be in top 5. He's entering that top 5 talk. You can have
of all time.
You can have Peyton in top, and it's hard to say. It's not one of those. It's one of those things where I can't state that right now.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about as he builds. Yeah. If he's have the longevity like the Aaron Rodgers right now, playing up until at least his upper 30s, He's 27, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
I also
you know what I'm
I need to
saying?
see
I'm just
him.
be real.
I need to see him play well when situations change, because you know No, but what I'm saying is like things don't last forever. So, but this year is a great example because people thought their offense with Tyreek Hill, but right now he still has Travis, he still has Andy Reid. What I mean is like because things don't last forever. Like people thought Russ couldn't be good without the Legion of Boom. Without the Legion of Boom, Russ was still good.
Right.
Marshawn Lynch leaves, Russ was still successful. They don't have top tier receiver, he was still successful. Like Russ kept that team in the playoffs.
Correct.
As the things changed. Tom Brady, things changed all the time within his career. His receivers, all that was different.
Right.
But even when he went to a different team, still was able to show, okay, hey, I'm still successful. Aaron Rodgers, new coach, stuff like that. So like that, I feel like those are.
I do feel like
those are. I think he can. I think he can do it, but those are like that's the real. Even Peyton Manning leaves, goes to Denver. Still, like
Correct.
Those are the things that really test your greatness. Like, man, can you still be great when the situations aren't in your favor anymore?
He just beat one leg, bro. I'm telling you, hey, babe.
On one angle, man.
Hey, bro.
You can't like he's.
Man, we know how hard football is. I can't even.
You can't bet against Mahomes. You can't bet against him and Kelsey. Him and Kelsey been on a tear.
I can't even.
This year, like.
It's up.
You can't bet against him and Kelsey, man. And I'm a big Travis Kelsey fan, so I definitely want to see him win.
Y'all let us know, man. Chiefs versus Eagles. This gonna be the one. This gonna be the one. All right, I've been waiting to do this, man. A couple weeks. This is the one right here. All right, best WWE wrestlers draft. All right, Team Hugh, Team Leek. Hey, so you already know we're gonna get right into this one.
Wrestling was so great.
Wrestlers WWE. All right, rock paper scissors. I'm getting better.
You are getting better.
I'm getting better.
He is getting better.
Yeah, because he had
it's a mind game. He figured it out.
Mind game, finally. All right, so let's get right into it. Best WWE wrestlers of all time. I gotta go with the great. I feel like he's the GOAT. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
All right, cool. That's a great pick. The Texas Rattlesnake.
That was one of my favorite wrestlers.
Oh, the Attitude Era. I'm going with my favorite wrestler. The number one contender of WrestleMania of all time, the Dead Man, Undertaker.
Wow, because that was definitely gonna be my next one.
That's my favorite wrestler ever, man.
He's my top 5 ever.
Not Rushmore for
after
sure.
That, I'm gonna go, and this is just preference, but personal favorite. I'm gonna have to say John Cena, bro. I'm gonna have to say John Cena, bro. Come on, bro.
John Cena and Eminem are two guys who did things within black culture who black people love.
Yeah.
Like they're allowed to do it. Em's different because Em's actually from the hood, but like I was fully not offended by John Cena wearing big jerseys and rapping. I loved every minute of it.
John Cena, bro, one of the most popular, but I really love
and made that joke live forever. I don't care how old I am. If I see John Cena on the screen, I'm gonna be like, I don't see anybody. I don't care. I don't care.
He's one of them.
But yes, I was gonna pick him.
John Cena.
All right. Second pick. Gotta go Triple H. Gotta go with the game.
Oh, I like that one. I like that pick. I can see you being a Triple H fan.
Yeah.
The third one, this was tough.
Gotta go with the game.
This was tough. I'm gonna say The Rock.
Dang.
Gotta go with The Rock.
The Rock is the greatest persona in all of wrestling.
Yeah, he is. I gotta go with
The Rock. It makes sense why he's such a successful actor. Like, if you ever just go on YouTube, just watch like clips of The Rock, not wrestling, just like of him being The Rock.
Just entertainment purposes, bro. The Rock.
That's what WWE is all about.
Fact.
Can you can you wrestle? But can you be a character?
The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, they really
that attitude era, man.
They cultivated the whole.
Can you be entertaining? Like that's what it's about. And The Rock, man. The eyebrow.
Did the eyebrow.
Him talking in third person was the funniest thing ever. I used to love that. The Rock. When The Rock woke up this morning, The Rock felt great. Who do I got?
Who you third?
Third pick. Damn, you took John Cena and The Rock.
Yeah, because you took Undertaker. I definitely gonna say.
Alright, I got Triple H. I might as well complete the duo and go the HBK. Gotta go with HBK.
The Heartbreak King, Shawn Michaels.
Heartbreak Kid,
DX,
man.
Essentially.
Gotta go with. Man, the trouble we used to get into in school doing that.
That DX, bro.
Man, we used to get in trouble for that one.
Stop at a point.
That was up there with the Jeezy Snowman. Like, you couldn't wear that. You couldn't wear the DX. You couldn't do the. We couldn't even do the poll. We used to go to the principal's office off there. Like, dang.
Bruh.
Who you got?
Another personal favorite of mine, all times, Rey Mysterio, bro.
That's a great
Rey
list.
Mysterio, one of my favorite. Definitely. Honestly, if I was like doing top favorite, he might be one of my favorite. But Rey Mysterio for sure, my 4.
All right, we got Rey Mysterio. I gotta go Randy Orton.
That's the legendary RKO.
Gotta take Randy Orton.
I was looking over there. RKO. That man RKO. I gotta. You know what? I gotta end it like this, bro. And this is tough, bro. This last one, but I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go. Come on now. I gotta go with the Nature Boy. I gotta go with the Nature
Flair.
Boy. Come on. I gotta put Ric Flair in there, bro. I gotta put Ric Flair in there.
Hey, Ric Flair was like that,
Freaking
man.
legend.
Ric Flair was like that. He embodied all the things that guys in hip hop love. That's why hip hop people love Ric Flair. LeBron said he bought his first Rolex because of Ric Flair. The Rolex brand, diamond ring bearing, kiss stealing, wheeler dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun.
Iconic, bro. Iconic, legend.
And he wrestled long into his career. Long into his career. All right, you got most of the '90s guys on there.
I had to get some '90s.
All right, my last.
New age.
I gotta go. Probably other than Rey Mysterio, my favorite. I think everybody's favorite high flyer, Jeff Hardy.
For sure. The Hardy Boys. Come on now. Hardy Boys.
I used to do a swanton bomb off of my bunk bed a lot.
Facts.
I used to do that a lot. And in the gym when there was like a match.
We gotta intro honorable mentions real quick. We gotta, cause I had wrote them down. I had to mention some honorable mentions. Mankind, bro.
Kane,
Mick
of course.
Foley, Kane.
Edge. I didn't like Edge because he was always a villain, but I loved him for like he is easily one of the best and most iconic entrances, like as far as like theme songs. Man, Edge's theme song was like that. Batista.
And then you get to the WWF, you got Eddie Guerrero. I mean, you got before that, you got
rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero.
What's it called?
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant.
Rest in peace, Andre the Giant.
You got Hulk Hogan. You got Bret Hart. You got Eddie Guerrero. Like it's some.
Bobby Lashley is still wrestling. Bobby Lashley has been wrestling since I've been a kid. He's still wrestling.
Mark Henry, bro. We had the best.
The Great Khali.
Nobody say like the late. I feel like this is my opinion. The late '90s,
the early 2000s,
to the early 2000s was the best WWE. And WWF, we wasn't there for that for real. But WWE, come on.
Chris Jericho, all that Raw, SmackDown, like the.
I always love Raw. The Raw more.
I had to sneak to watch Raw because I wasn't allowed to watch TV during the weekday, and Raw always came on Monday nights. SmackDown I could watch because it was Fridays.
Yep. But nah.
And Undertaker was always on SmackDown. But yeah, man, like. Yeah. Man, you couldn't tell me that stuff wasn't fake when I was a kid. Now when I look at it, it's like, oh my gosh, like how did I not see this? How did they deceive us?
The TLC matches, the cage matches, bro, the Royal Rumbles, bro, the wrestling was different, bro. It was different.
Like I truly believe Undertaker died and came back to life multiple times. I truly believed it.
Multiple times, bro. Him and Kane, their story was probably one of the best stories.
Yeah, I really believe they were brothers. Like that's how you know wrestling was great. They. Like 30,000 people, like especially kids, are just like they're truly in awe.
Bro. I used to have the action figures. I used to have a cage, bro. Like
the action figures, the games, for sure.
Bro. Come on.
I think I had a belt at one time.
SmackDown game, bro. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. It's different now. It's different.
It's definitely different now. I don't. The only person I know from New Age today is Roman Reigns.
For real.
He's like the superstar of today. He's the only person I know today. Roman Reigns.
Y'all let us know.
I'm taking my list though.
Team Hugh, man. Alright, I'm taking my list too. I got Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, The Rock, Rey Mysterio, Ric Flair, bro.
I got the Dead Man, the Undertaker. I got Triple H. I got HBK, Shawn Michaels. For those who don't know who HBK is, Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy.
Let's get it, man.
You remember when they prank called that woman and they kept playing John Cena?
Oh yeah, I know something.
That was hilarious. I want to do that one day.
When, Randy Orton came to John Cena's father's house.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Whooped on him. Nah, that brother's storyline is different, bro. I get the crying over here because I'm tight.
Yes.
They really messed up wrestling. All right. Lastly, the infamous. Would you rather find $50 on the ground or find all your missing socks?
All my socks, without question.
Without question.
I'm finding all my socks,
bro. Because I know all my socks cost way over more than $50.
Matter of fact, I gotta go buy some socks as soon as I leave this place.
You know how people say like, stuff get up and walk away?
Yes, socks get up and walk away. I made a TikTok about it. Socks get up and walk away.
And I think some like cutlery, like forks to me too, get up and walk away.
I think forks do that too.
Like I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. I would definitely
forks and spoon, but yes, I'm taking my socks. I would 100% take the socks
for sure.
Like $50, like, all right, cool. Right. More likely I'm gonna go buy some socks, but like I would much rather find all my socks.
The more value is definitely the socks. But you already know, another amazing podcast. My brother is back. You already know, man. Tune in Thursday 5 p.m. Eastern time. Much love, y'all.